coaches. We now head to Wichita State head coach Gregg Marshall. The Shockers at 12-11 overall, 5-6 in the American, and on a 4-game win streak. They have one game this week as they travel to Cincinnati on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Coach Marshall, thank you for joining us. Give us your thoughts on the Shockers heading into the final 4 weeks of regular season play.
Well, we've been able to win a couple games, play a little better. Maybe the freshmen are growing up a little bit, taking care of the basketball, knocking down some shots. And, we got 8 days off here, so we're going to practice some, recruit some, and hopefully play some better basketball down the stretch.
Thank you, Coach. And a reminder to our media members, *1 on your keypad to ask a question of Coach Marshall. Coach, you touched upon the progression of your freshmen and underclassmen. Talk a little bit about the growth that they've had, especially in the past few weeks.
Well, they're just learning how to compete. That's the biggest thing. Learning how to play defense on every possession, which we're still not there, but we're doing better. Learning how to take care of the basketball to give us a chance to win. We're doing better. Sprint the floor every time, rebound every time, do all the little things, get on loose balls, and just teaching them how to compete is the biggest thing.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now move on to our media questions.
We'll take our first question from Don Wade with the Daily Memphian. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, obviously it's always tough to win on the road in college basketball, but there seems to be kind of a more extreme disparity for a lot of teams in the league this year. Kind of a two-part question. One, how much more confidence do you sense in your guys when you're getting ready to play at home where you have a great environment? And then two, when you go on the road, can it actually be tougher on the road to go into an arena where there's not much crowd, not much electricity in the building as opposed to a hostile crowd?
Oh, well, I don't put much stock in any of that. I think I've had teams that are really, really good on the road, and this particular one is not. I think it's just the kids and their mentality, and as I mentioned earlier, their ability to compete for 40 minutes. The teams that do well on the road are able to do that. Second part, you don't control your environment, so you just, again, the basket's 10 feet. Unless they bring out a girls' ball, the balls are the same size, different manufacturers, but you just got to play. I don't put a lot of stock in all that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We'll take our next question from Mark Naducci with the Philadelphia Inquirer. Please go ahead.
Coach, it's kind of an interesting situation in your league where Houston and Cincinnati have maybe separated themselves, but it looks like the way you're playing, you've maybe played yourself back in this. How do you look at, kind of the fight for your team and everyone else, where it seems like a lot of teams are equally matched up, to get the highest seed for the upcoming playoffs?
What's that question again? This is the last part?
Yeah. What do you see about the situation of your team, since you're playing well now, fighting for the highest seed that you can? It seems like a lot of teams are in the same boat as you, and it seems like this is going to be a real competitive fight there.
Yeah. I think obviously Houston and Cincinnati are the class of the league this year. I don't know how much better we're playing. Hopefully we're playing better, but the schedule lightened up too. I knew when I saw the original schedule in league that it was going to be a bear. I complained, didn't do any good, and we just had a tough schedule. And now we played teams more in the lower half of the conference like us.
Do you think that your team, as young as they are, can make a run to maybe get up to that third, fourth position?
I have no idea who everyone else is playing. I know we've got a tough game coming up on Saturday, and Sunday, and then the following Wednesday we go back on the road. So we're going to try. We're going to try to play our best basketball in March, which we do every year. We try that. Sometimes we're successful, sometimes we're not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Coach Marshall, thank you very much for your time here this morning. Good luck this week, and we'll talk to you again next month.